case you don't have any more further accidents.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to New Color Entertainment. This is Matt.
Marianne.
And we're playing Madden!
Woo!
We are beginning the new year. New year, same me. We have a game against the Cowboys today, which me and Ari both have a vehement hate for the Cowboys.
I don't really as much hate them as I despise them.
Oh, same thing. However, the owner of the Cowboys this year is someone who usually kicks my ass every time we play. So, not going to be a whole lot of fun probably, but we'll see how it goes. He may be a few minutes before he jumps in here, so we'll discuss some strings of disappointments we've had over the past 24 hours.
Which ones are we talking about? Movies?
Let's start with the Hail Mary. This is week 8 of the NFL,
Let's not go there.
and
why are we going there, baby?
The Bears just faced the Commanders,
We don't talk about it.
where they lost in stupendous fashion.
Maybe we don't talk about that.
With a
We
Hail
don't talk about
Mary.
Bruno, sweetheart. We don't talk about it.
We have trauma. But even then, even the Bears don't have it as bad as the Colts do. Our quarterback tapped himself out of the game because he was tired. He was too tired. The fuck is that?
He hasn't had a chance to work very much, that's why.
One reporter put it like perfectly. I saw, because like everyone's flabbergasted. Like, how did he do? Even Pat McAfee's calling him out. Like, dude. And this one, the one media guy was like, "How do you expect in the fourth quarter on the game-winning drive to get into that huddle and say, 'I know you're gassed, I know you're dead, but I need the absolute everything you got over these next 10 plays'? How do you do that?
You know.
When you sit yourself out because you're too tired."
Does he have asthma or anything or something?
No, we're not going to try to find excuses for him. No.
No, I'm not trying to find excuses. I'm asking if there's legitimate reasons for it. Then no, yeah.
That no one has found any legitimate excuse.
No. Do your job.
So, and you're on a rookie contract, like, they can seriously let this shit lapse and just not go with you. Which I am, like, pretty much at the point where, you know what? You need to build. You went 9 for 32, I think it was, or like 10 for 32. Trash stats. Even that, I'm like, you know, this is technically his rookie season because he got hurt last year.
That's a lot of pass attempts.
Give him time to grow and blah 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 blah. And it's like, that is like a deal breaker to me.
That's a lot. That's a lot of pass attempts, though.
It is.
And I'm not saying that he shouldn't be tired. I am a little. What was it? Jared Goff a couple games ago.
18 for 18.
Yeah, but that means he only threw like 18 passes. Yeah. In a full fucking game. It was more than that. It was more like 22 or something like that.
No, it was 18 for 18. The perfect game was.
No, okay, the perfect game was, but the game I was talking about was a couple games ago. Like, it was the one against the Vikings.
Yeah.
And that one, he was like at least 21 for 23 by the end, if not a little bit more. But like, still like under 25 pass attempts.
Well, what you got to think about is who's playing. So, like, for example, so they're usually ahead. The Lions don't come from behind very often. I don't think that was a game they came from behind either. It was pretty close.
They were ahead for a lot of the game, and then the Vikings came back from behind, and then they ended up winning with a field.
Yeah, so they're running because they're ahead. They're not throwing as much. Whereas you have the Colts who are down pretty much every quarter of the game.
Okay.
So they're throwing more. So no, that's not like ungodly. It's not like when Matt Ryan came over. When Matt Ryan started for the Colts, like the first 4 games, it was 50 plus.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, it was god awful. So, no, that's not the issue. The issue is that he's a bum. All right, now.
Which is funny because you were so on for him when he
I was, and I didn't. No one could see this coming. I don't think I've ever seen it.
No, that is new, but I would also say this is why we are supposed to be cautious.
Yes.
About every starting rookie quarterback that comes out of the draft every fucking year. There's no reason to not be.
That's fair. So, that happened yesterday, and then today, Ari decided to make us watch I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
I didn't decide to make, the wheel decided for me.
God, that movie's awful.
It's trash.
Oh, it's so bad.
Awful booty.
The first one's like kind of savable. The second one's trash.
The first one was always kind of nostalgic and like how like
and how tropey it was. Yeah.
Yeah, like teeny. And here's the thing. Like I remember like reading. It was based off of a novel.
Yeah.
Like, and I read it like in middle school or something like that.
And that's probably the problem is the novel covered the first film.
Yeah.
And then they decided, oh well, we're gonna extend it.
Yeah.
We're gonna lore dump over here.
Well, and here's the thing. They departed strongly from the film, from the movie, from the book. I mean, you have the principal concepts or whatever. These kids hit a guy, they try to cover it up, and then he comes back and tries to kill him later on.
Yeah.
Like, basically.
It makes me want to... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was going to say, like, this. So there's, like, things that are different from the book and the film, but, like, honestly, nothing, like, substantial. Not really.
Hi, Strange. It does kind of make me want to watch the Prime series, though.
What's the Prime series?
They made a Prime series of I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, no.
Or no, not I Still. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
No.
And apparently it is, like, much closer to the book. So I kind of want to give it a shot.
I don't care.
All right, so I give it a shot of my own, is what you're saying. And if I get drawn in to a certain point, then bring you in.
And here's the thing, I'm gonna do an aside real quick. So, like, growing up, you had R.L. Stine, you had Christopher Pike, and you had L.J. Smith. But, like, one of the ones that don't really get talked about very much was Lois Duncan. And that's the one who wrote I Know What You Did Last Summer. She wrote a couple other books that I really enjoyed from her. Okay. I think, actually, she stopped writing because, like, something happened to her daughter. Like, she was killed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like murder or something like that.
So she wouldn't want to write about it anymore.
No, I think that's what happened. And then, like, I Know What You Did Last Summer actually, like, published, like, 79 or something. Like, it's an older book.
Wow.
So she was writing throughout the 80s and then kind of stopped, I think. And I might be mistaken, like, confusing her with somebody else. But she wrote quite a few, and I enjoyed a lot of what she wrote, actually. Which is why I was so disappointed when that film came out. Like, I watched it and it came out in theaters. And I'm like, wow, that's really different than how I remember, because I only read the book like maybe 3 or 4 years before. And then the sequel came out, and I'm like, wow, that was somehow worse. And never watched it ever again until today.
Yeah.
Like, I remember a lot from that first film, even though I've never seen it since it came out. I might have watched, like, one more time, like, on VHS or whatever or something. But, like, honestly, I'm pretty sure I watched it, like, the first time it came out, and then never ever again. I guess, I know horror movie books, things, like, a lot.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, sweet.
No, and this is the second time that I have seen you that angry at a horror movie.
What was the first time?
When you forcibly flipped off the screen during Jigsaw.
Yeah, that's about how angry I am. Oh my god, I was fucking furious at this film. So we're gonna do a little bit of a like while we're waiting.
A mini review.
No, yeah, okay. So spoilers abound. It's fine. I promise you. It's saving you the energy, time, and like mental health that you would be expending by watching this film on your own. First on the bat, just gonna say real quick, this movie is racist. Just gonna throw that out there. Just get out the way now. I mean, there's other things that are wrong with it on top of the fact. But so you have like it's just tropey. Your typical angry black male who's hyper-sexed, makes no goddamn sense about anything that he wants to do except he wants to bone his girlfriend, who's Brandy, who plays both the role of the slut best friend and also the virginal tease, which is fucking weird. And I think it's only because we have to like let her survive somehow, but she can't have sex in the movie. And also it's Brandy, and she's still kind of like riding her Moesha high. And so we're sexualizing her a bit, but not too much. I'm sure she's also drawing a hard line in what she's allowing herself to do, and that was kind of part of her counter, like, I can't die.
To be fair, hold on real quick, to kind of defend the point of the oversexed black guy, his girlfriend was Brandy.
True, but
Okay,
still,
continue.
That seems to be his only raison d'etre or whatever. His only reason to be basically is to have sex with Brandy, and he doesn't even get to fucking do that before, of course, he is almost predicted to be killed.
Shame.
And then also we kill off the first guy who is killed is not a black guy. It's another fucking working Sith. But the next two people who can die are black people who are dying while on the job! On the job! They weren't doing shit to you. They were bothering nobody. The dock worker dies in one of the stupidest ways because he's been working on the docks his whole fucking life. And so he stupidly steps into like a pile of rope that somehow magically tripped him because, of course, he had absolutely no wherewithal. Working on a dock for years. Well, whatever. It's fine. And then, of course, the killer is conveniently... of all conveniences there to kill him because that's what he was planning the whole time. Yeah. And then Jack Black is so that's a big part of the whole the racist part of this movie. Moving on, Jack Black is so wasted on this film that they actually don't credit him. Like he saw that film, he's like, don't put money on that shit. Like, don't do that. Don't do that to me. No, I don't own this film at all. I'm not gonna cut. Like, nope. People are gonna see me and then be like, "Weren't you in?" Nope, I absolutely was not. That was my evil twin. Like, no, like it's so bad for so many other fucking reasons. On top of those, the writing is fucking horrible. It made me want to like throw something at the screen. They gaslight this poor woman, Julie, the whole time. Like, oh, you're crazy. All those obvious reasons why she should be, and no one's listening to her because, of course, no one's listening to her. Then Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character makes me hate him all over again. I hated him in the first movie. At least when it started, because he was a shitty boyfriend, and because he let his best friend basically intimidate his girlfriend into not going to the cops. And he's just standing there like, oh, it's gonna be okay, Julie. Like, no, fuck you, Ray. Like, you just watch this guy sit there and like threaten me, and you didn't do shit about it? Okay, there's that. And then, of course, he magically appears in the next movie, behind the gate of mystery, because as it's closing, he's somehow on the other side. But, whatever. But you don't want to go with me on my, return to our hometown where all of our friends got murdered, so you can go to Bahamas for free. Oh my god, I was just a terrible girlfriend. That's okay, you know what, I gotta work a lot anyway. God, I hate you, Ray. Just, everything about this movie is just fucking problematic as hell.
Strange said, Ari says some plot hole was fine. I'm gonna assume it indeed was not fine.
It actually was not.
No, it's pretty trash.
They kill one of the last characters like the worst way. Like, she's been like bossing her way through this whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Dies.
The only let me bitch about this.
Yeah,
one.
Go ahead.
The only, background worker at this hotel to survive was this badass bitch of a woman with,
bartender.
Mysterious backstory and I'm strong and independent. It's her whole aura. And she dies because a body falls on top of her and she can't lift it off.
Because woman is weak.
And it's not like it falls on top of her and then she has a second to roll it off. No! This thing is laid on her for 30 fucking seconds as the killer does his slow, steady stalk towards her, and then he kills her that way. It's just so stupid.
The constant fucking splitting of the party.
Oh my god, yes. Conscious decisions to
stay here. Why can't we come with you? Because it's safer. What the fuck makes you think that shit could be even remotely true? No, I don't care. We're all going to the bathroom together. I don't fucking care. We're all gonna squeeze in this tiny little cubicle. And if piss comes out of me, so fucking be it. I don't care. Just make sure you aim at the toilet or something. No, we're not going anywhere alone. Ever. God damn it. I will deal with this thing of your shit. It's fine. I just... The only slightly redeeming...
Give it its flowers.
Part of this movie is a fucking reveal of the secondary bad guy.
Yeah, the villain. The secondary villain. Yeah.
Played by, what's his name?
The guy who plays Rufus in...
But yeah, he's better known, and I have to say better known because I know who he is. And I know him nothing else except for as the dad from Gossip Girl. That's who he is. And so his reveal as the villain was actually really good. It was pretty not like necessarily the reveal. That would be kind of whatever. But like his change, his like change as an actor, from being like the wannabe crush boyfriend person possibly to this full on evil bad guy is actually pretty good. So I'm gonna give him that. The acting actually is not terrible.
Yeah.
For the most part.
No, I hated the manager. Really good. What's your favorite radio station, Julie? I fucking love that.
No, the acting was actually pretty good, which is why I can only give it a 4.
I'm at a 4 as well.
Okay.
With all 4 points going to that scene.
Well,
and the acting.
No, yeah, I would say 3 points goes to that scene, 1 point for everybody else. And then nothing for anybody. Nothing. No, sorry, I can't give it to anyone else. And so. Yeah, and I'm realizing my scale here. We were talking about it a second ago. So we watched that movie. We watched Blair Witch 2016 on our own also.
Which was halfway decent.
Which was actually scary. And that's why that film gets a higher rating than this one.
I give that one a solid 7.
I give that one a 5. It was still fucking terrible.
7.
It still pissed me off a lot. And a lot. But it still scared the shit out of me.
The third act is creepy as fuck.
No, it was super creepy, but they also try to squeeze way too much shit in. And really the part, like, I'm like, trying to figure out which fucking horror movie we're trying to do here. Y'all trying to do all of them at once is not gonna work. But it was still a decent found footage, horror film.
Kind of.
Okay, now I say decent.
I have issues.
Creepy.
I have issues with the found footage part.
I will.
It gave up on being a found footage film at parts, which bothered the fuck.
No, yeah, that's why I only give it a 5.
Well, that's why I give it a 7. I would have given it an 8 if they would have just stuck with the found footage.
Do you not remember all of the issues with all of the acting and writing and all of the?
Okay, 7.5. I would have given it a 7.
Wow.
Maybe I'm at a 6.5 on that one. I'm somewhere in between 6.5 and 7.5 on that one.
Okay, so yeah, I'm giving that one a 5. We're not going to go into a full detailed review of that one, but it's Blair Witch. Like, you know basically what Blair Witch is at this point. But I would give that one a 5 because it's creepy and it actually did scare me, but it did piss me off in a lot of ways that I still know you did last summer. It pissed me off. It just didn't piss me off as much. It wasn't consistent with it. Fucking, I know what you did last summer, especially like by like the last half an hour to 45 minutes of that fucking film. I was screaming, "Fuck you! Fuck this movie! I hate this kind of film!" Like every 3 minutes.
Not to mention the personal fuck yous to Mekhi Phifer.
Yeah. No, yeah, his character was just all over the like, just fucking Christ. Goes from the entire film, I hate Julie. She's a crazy bitch, almost actually saying these words, and I don't believe her, and none of this makes any sense. Like, of course, what do you mean? Are you must be making all this up? Even when it's obvious that this shit, you've seen the fucking bodies. You're still blaming her for it happening as if like she's actually killing anybody and making this up, and you don't want to believe her on any of the shit she's saying when she knows who's doing it. And then she's like, well, no, I know better. Like, and then in the end, it's probably like, it's okay, Julie, we're gonna figure this out. Fuck you.
Alright, so now I've got to lock into this game here. This guy usually kicks my ass.
I was going to say one more thing before we're doing this.
No, you're still commentary, so you got to keep going. I can't be as engaged.
No, and so this is what Ari's scale of movie decency looks like. So we already got to establish that 7 is kind of like my baseline. It's like 70s. It's like a C, right? It's a C minus, but it's a C. It's still a passable, acceptable grade. You just don't want too many of those. But so, like, C means this movie is watchable. I don't know the next time I'm gonna watch it, but it's watchable. Right? I don't know necessarily it's enjoyable, but it's watchable. Once you go below 7, then you get into the territory of I will probably never intentionally watch this stuff ever again. And the further down that score goes, I'm actively fighting you and having to watch this fucking film again. What?
So never ending story. Negative?
Below the scale. So So what I was describing before was so Faculty, right? Faculty was a movie we recently reviewed, and we were all at 5 point. Well, not all. We didn't met that. We're at 5.5 on that film. And so now I'm trying to like kind of gauge my like of this film, and like no, I definitely don't like it as much as Faculty, but I don't think it was that much worse.
What did I give Faculty?
You gave Faculty 5.5, just like I did.
Did I?
You're in the same place in that one, yeah.
Oh, because of the wine scenes.
Because of the problematic.
It would have been a 6.5 without the wine scenes. So I'll give. I still know what I did last summer. 6.
So I gave Faculty a 5.5 because I liked the overall things they were aiming for, but I could also see the fingerprints of the studio bullshit that was making it into the possible movie finish.
Yeah.
Or watch or whatever. So like that's why it sits in the 5.5. Also, as a horror movie, it didn't do that good a job of finding like scary and creepiness. There were some parts that were, but a lot of it, if you still are pissing me off more enough that I can't pay attention to it, then that score's always going to suffer as a result.
Yeah.
But there were still enough other good things. Like the acting was still really good. The soundtrack, we're not getting any credit for it, but like there's still reasons why that film is going to sit at a 5.5, but it's not a good film, and I will probably never watch it again. I still mentioned last summer it was definitely worse than The Faculty, in my estimation, because it wasn't even creepy. It pissed me off a lot more. It didn't have an overarching theme or less message that I was trying to get at it. That even if it tried, it fucking failed at. And the ones they got to were problematic as hell still. And yeah, no, it relied on a lot of bullshit jump scares that didn't belong there. And so, no, that film was shit. It's a 4.5. Blair Witch is sitting at a 5 because, albeit it didn't have a lot of problematic elements of the other films, and it was creepy, it still pissed me off sufficiently enough because I have to ask you, at some point, I honest to God, before this character gets killed off, he's off in the woods, peeing, by himself, and this is after that it's pretty apparent some bullshit's happening. He is again, the stereotypical angry black guy trope. And he's off by himself, well away from the party. Because I don't know any man in my entire life who would go more than 5 feet, maybe 10. But definitely not out of earshot to pee in the woods. I don't know a single one. I've never met one. I mean, maybe if I do, and if someone on the stream right now would tell me, like, oh no, I would go absolutely where no one can hear me scream if I was going to pee, if I was out in the woods. One of you guys on here tell me that for sure. Because, babe, may I ask you a question?
Yes,
We're out camping. How far away are you going to go pee if there's nowhere else to pee but the woods?
Within eyesight. You're
Exactly.
going to be watching me pee. I don't care.
No, yeah, with like 5 to 10 feet tops.
Yeah.
And you're doing it at dark? No one can see you anyway. How the fuck you going out that far anyhow?
Yeah.
So, and then he starts to get like, pick a point. Fine, you're trying it with the fire. I understand that. But why the shit did you go out that far in the first fucking place? You're in that fucking woods. There's wood all around you. Why the hell did you go that far to go get it in the first place? By yourself in the woods at night as a black male in America when you just got finished leaving somebody's house with a giant ass Confederate flag hanging in your living room unapologetically. What the hell? That is probably the single most unbelievable thing about that whole film. About a goddamn Wendigo. I would believe that shit more than I would believe his character. Just saying. So, no, that movie gets a fucking 5. You're gonna be happy it gets a 5 for me. And that's it. I'm never watching it ever again.
That's fine. What else? The host.
Oh, God. Oh.
How do you feel about the host?
Oh, I'm trying to remember the host because I think I blocked some of it out. Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
it was actually good and heartbreaking, and I'm sad that I watched it, but not because like I'm not disappointed that I watched it. I'm just sad that I watched it because I'm sad now. Like, I don't know if horror movies are supposed to make you feel sad, But this horror movie made me feel sad.
It was an interesting horror family film comedy ensemble.
There are elements of it that reminded me of British comedy.
Yeah, slapstick.
It's not just the slapstick; it's the way in which like their interactions with each other kind of worked, but as in dialogue. But I don't know enough about Korean because it's a Korean film. I don't know enough about Korean cinema to know what that tradition looks like in terms of like comedy, in terms of like family dynamics and everything. Especially at that time, this is still like early 2000s, so like 2008.
Yeah.
And we've seen the progression of cinema, Korean cinema since then. So I don't know if like a lot of it was heavily influenced by some elements from British comedy, because that's what I felt. And I cannot tell you exactly why or what about it harkened to. Like, I felt like some British comedy, but I felt a lot like Shaun of the Dead in some of it, and that's why I thought British comedy. But there was obviously a lot of hallmarks that were not like that. I'm not saying like they were a ripoff or anything like that. They just felt like some elements pulled heavily from British comedy or was influenced by it. But this film was actually really good. I loved the editing where they kind of like constantly kind of overlapped some of the scenes that were happening simultaneously with each family member. It was very over the top in sometimes, and it like almost felt out of place. But it was also kind of a levity that was necessary. But yeah, like oh my god, I can't talk enough about this film. Honestly, I would feel like I would have to do an honest to god review of it to really give more. And I don't want to spoil stuff about it without doing a review because I actually would highly recommend it. I would put that one probably at a 7.5 to 8. If I was going to score it. It probably actually could go higher. Maybe like 8.5. Like that's probably the highest I'd really go on it. But like, the problem is I don't know that I ever want to see that film ever again. Again, not because it was bad though. It was just kind of hard to watch.
It's rough. It's rough.
Fucking rough.
I would honestly classify that as a slapstick comedy horror. And it's rough watch. Like it pulls at your heartstrings. Like it's Korean film, man.
Yeah, man. They don't fuck around.
I gotta keep watching some more Korean film because damn.
Feelings.
And let me also say this: the CGI is god awful.
Well, it's 2008.
Yeah, it's early 2000 CGI, but it's still watchable.
I didn't think it was that awful. It was 2008 CGI, I think.
That's
to
fair.
me. But no, no, yeah, it's like, oh, were these your feelings? They rip your heart out of your chest and like look at it, and while looking at you, like, oh, did you need this? And then throws it on the ground, lights it on fire, and then stomps on it.
Yeah, that part.
And then before you bleed to death, do the same thing to your dog. Like, that's what it feels like. They don't give a fuck about your feelings, and they want you to know it.
It's absolutely accurate.
But yeah, so what's that? We went 1 for 3 for random ass horror movies that we watched that weren't part of the stream.
Yeah.
As far as like decent watches that we would recommend to other people.
I would watch Blair Witch again.
I just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
I've made my feelings on the subject known.
That's fair. Oh, trucked his ass! Right.
Hey, are you?
I'm kidding.
Yes, I thought.
Give him 6 yards.
I won my fantasy game. I'm pretty sure.
So nice.
I didn't look. I didn't assume I did because I went up by 60 points at some point on Sunday. Like Sunday night. So like I don't. Well, and I assume I won because I think they had someone playing tonight, but it was a wide receiver and a tight end. So unless between the two of them, they score like 60 points together or more. Pretty sure I won. Which is nice, because like that's a third. I am in 7th place. I think I'm in 7th place, but I actually beat her. And she was in 3rd place, so it's kind of nice to have actually beat somebody.
No, my team's coming back. My team is coming back. We are 1-6, and it's bullshit.
Oh my God, are you
We've
serious?
scored 140 plus points over the last 3 weeks.
Am I actually ahead of you?
Yes, I'm last place in the league.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Remember that week where you whined all week and then beat me? And you're standing in front of the TV and
kind of.
plays coming.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
running out of time.
Am I still in your way?
There you go. All right.
Okay. Sorry, sorry.
Looking to throw
All
this
right,
one
let's
home.
check my.
And that
Let's
one
actually check my
off the mark,
thing.
too far out in front, and it's
Yes.
incomplete. This could be
I'll
the start
get
of a
my
nice
log
stand from
somehow.
this
I lost
defense
it.
now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Oh, damn you.
Now a 2nd and 10.
No. No!
She did.
No!
You didn't lose.
No!
You lost.
Fuck!
What happened?
138 to 132!
Ooh, which one do you have?
CeeDee Lamb went the fuck off!
Oh yeah, he did that last night. Did she have CD Lamb?
Yes!
Ooh,
He got like 40 goddamn points, and then George Kittle got 2 goddamn!
So their move is to decline that.
I was up by 60 points.
Oh, she had George Kittle too?
Yes!
Oh, those are like the 2 stars from yesterday.
I was up by 60 fucking points with 2 players I heard of the play, and they actually got 60 fucking points.
That's
Are you shitting me?
That's rough. Super rough.
If I had played Patrick Mahomes, I would have won.
Ari's about to go off, so this is a trigger and volume warning for everybody.
I thought I already did. Fucking shit. I got me fucking shaking.
They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is
I
3rd
tried
and 9.
to switch him because I knew, and I was too busy fucking around like at the last minute, like I should have known better. But I had got my lineup already earlier in the weekend, and like I was pretty sure I was set, and I went back and looked before 12 on Sunday, and I'm like, okay, I gotta really figure out what to do with this running back wide receiver thing because Jonathan Taylor's back for sure. All right, we're putting him in.
And he did good.
And he did good. But then I also had DJ Moore and DeAndre Swift. I'm like, I don't know if I really want to play the Bears. Both Bears players. But I don't know who else I have. So let me double check. And so I'm checking like the stats of like,
Swift was definitely the play.
well, no, yeah, Swift did me good. DJ Moore, not so much. And so, which is fucking bullshit because he's like 10 points under projected. So like, DeAndre Swift, like the whole point was that like the Washington Commanders defense is actually really fucking good, but so is the Bears. And so if that's the case, then they're probably going to be running the ball some, but they may be throwing very much. It's going to be really hard for them to get touchdowns on both sides. So it's either going to be a shootout because someone's going to go up and someone else like really come back and they're just going to go back and forth like this, or it's going to be a goddamn slog and neither of them are going to get decent points. And so I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to go ahead and put them in here because I had Jameson Williams and he's suspended. I can't play him. Trey Sermon, no point in playing him because what's his face is done. And then the other person I had was Wanda Robinson, which I really didn't trust that I'd never played him before, and he only got 5 points. So it would have been much better if I put him in because he actually done worse than DJ Moore at 5.4. So it's like, I did the best I could with that situation, but then I was like later on looking like, fuck, I gotta figure out this quarterback one. I have Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow. And for the last few weeks, I've been riding with Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow's been riding with us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
You rocking with Kevin.
yeah, no, Patrick Mahomes has not really been doing it. He's not been killing it like usual. And I'm like, I felt confident going with Joe Burrow, and I was going to match him again, and I'm like, wait a minute, let me get this. It's Joe Burrow versus Philly. Philly hasn't really been doing all that well. Patrick Mahomes versus Las Vegas. And I'm like, Las Vegas really hasn't been doing that well. But it's a division game, and I really fucking hate division games. I really do. Because they're so ripe for bullshit. And so I didn't want to do that one. But when I decided, I didn't want to do that one first. But then when I tried to change it, it was too late. Like, it was after 12. Like, it was literally probably 12:01 or like a few seconds afterwards. Like, alright, fine, fuck it, I'll just hope for the best. It's like, what's the, and then like when they played, like, okay, it was a 6-point difference. How bad can it be? I was up by 60 motherfucking points. And she had 2 players left to play. And while they are CeeDee Lamb And while they are George Kittle, between the two of them, they are projected to get 43 points. Instead, they got 60 fucking power.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside.
Although I'm looking at the math right now, and had I played, I probably would have only scored not quite 6 points. It would have been 5 and some change. It might have been. I might have been just over. I had to do the math real quick because like there's like she had 0.84, I have 0.76, like that's the change or whatever. So like I would have had to have made. What's that? It would have to be 6 and 8 more points, like 6.08. I would have made that the tie, and I don't think I would have gotten that from Patrick Mahomes. I would have been just fucking under.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to
So,
end with a kick. Most of them wanted
in conclusion,
right?
I fucking hate my life. I'm down the bottom, so yeah, no, I'm in 7th fucking place with my husband, who is an 8 out of 8 in our family league.
Yeah.
Hurrah!
It's going very well.
And that that is how my middle arc began.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
And that, my friends, is how Ari became a supervillain.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
I knew.
This one incomplete. Too much contact.
I was at my mom's house earlier today, and she was asking if we had, because she has mice. She's pretty sure she has mice. And she was asking, like, if we had any mousers. Like, she knew we had a cat or whatever. And I don't know, like, she was asking us, like, to bring a cat over to, like, do that sort of thing. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so.
She would.
Well, and that's when she was like, oh, do your cats like mice? Like, well, I know that Ripley does. I'm not sure about Newt. We haven't had her very long, and I've never seen her do it, but I know she likes violence. And my mom kind of like it broke her for a second. She just like closed her eyes and just like started laughing. Like, what did she just say? No, my cat likes violence. She's like, okay.
It's her favorite pastime.
I'm just gonna let that go. Yeah, I would. But yeah, no, we're just like bring a box of kitty litter, maybe like a bag full of cat food, and then like lock her in the basement, and then come back for her. My mom comes back from the trip. I'm sure she'll be fine.
Picked off by DeMarvey and overshowed. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Yeah. Ow, ow,
This is a real
ow.
nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out,
Yeah, you like
where's
violence.
he going with the football?
Yeah, you do.
Because you can make an
I
educated
love you
guess
so much.
defensively.
Yes, I
Not
do.
all the time,
That's
but
pretty cool.
sometimes. And when
I
you're
love
right,
you.
you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football. We're coming up on 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-3 ball game. Just a pair of field goals to this point.
What else?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up
We gotta do the training with dogs at some point. So I figure that could be the next
In
big
this
check it.
case,
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
But that's alright. We just budget for it.
Prescott down.
So we're not doing boot camp for the puppies apparently. This is not officially.
Yeah, we're gonna do the light stuff first. See if that
Going out of bounds.
I think so.
6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd.
I think the boot camp thing was as much of a vacation for us as
should be
it
an
was
impactful
actually
play.
training
Because
them.
if you get those pass rushers second guessing themselves,
Like, how much is it worth to you to be rid of your dogs for a
maybe
solid
you can
week
wind up slowing them down.
and
just
have them
a
still
step.
come back
And
and
if you
train?
do that,
Like, 'cause you can get rid of them for a week and it wouldn't cost you that much. But to have them trained during that whole time, how much is it worth to you? Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, that's more than I'd like to pay, but I understand why you'd be charging that price.
Pass to the sideline.
Like, anything more than that would be unreasonable. Anything less, I'm afraid I'm not getting a quality product.
10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal
No,
gets
I'm
you the
not
lead
fine.
here, but they want to make a
That's sad.
statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they
Really
get the
comments I've
conversion
seen.
and set up 1st and goal.
I thought I missed something strange earlier. Oh, no. Side Chick Wednesday movie review without the Side Chick or the Wednesday. No, yeah. Just, because, I mean, it went... We're not going to stop necessarily watching movies because Juice isn't here. Any more than I'd expect him to stop watching movies without us. It's just that, and that's the thing. That's how all of this started. We started the wheel because of horror movie October. We started October for us because of horror. Like, we wanted to be able to get through horror movies and stuff. So it actually started because of Saw. Because Matt insisted they were worthwhile, and I disagreed. But I'd never seen all of them, so we had to sit down and watch all of them. And where I was able to systematically point out all the reasons why I did not go with
creating a major dent on the scoreboard. Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting.
and then they kept making more.
Game-changing play. You feel like it's coming.
Which Saw
First
10
shot,
is
first
on
turnover.
In a sense,
Spooky
they're playing
movies.
old school defense
Is that the,
right now.
that's the one
The new
that
school
I slipped
defense,
off
what
the
you
theater?
said.
No, it's the newest one, which is the one after that one.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Why?
They'll throw again. Prescott. And it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers.
So this was...
Hi, Hadari.
Hi, Larry. You missed our mini review.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Truth about the 49ers did.
They'll try to run
Stop him! On the board!
Stop him. They did. They stopped him up
I'm
short
really
on
upset right
4th
now.
and goal from the 1.
Why are you upset?
Because I lost this fucking game and I had
to
no
the
reason to lose this
Chiefs.
fucking game. I was up by 60 goddamn points to players like I don't understand. I don't. This is just not fair. And I don't like. I first the Bears, now this. And you showed me a TikTok that basically encapsulates my feelings and every other Bears fan's feelings about that fucking Hail Mary. And it's basically the scene of Captain Phillips where Tom Hanks is being like looked over by like the medical staff after he's been rescued, and he's just like in shock and not okay.
You could give up 2 points.
Fuck you, Hadari.
Or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So
Suck my dick.
you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's
So yeah, no.
You dropped that, you
So you just
worthless.
missed it earlier, so we both missed out. No, yeah, no, fuck, this is, I'm not okay.
knock the ball away. But the bottom
Not
line
okay.
is that's a pass he's got.
I'm not. And then also, my fantasy team, I'm losing by 6 points when I was up.
Hadari, if you're a Colts fan like me, we really don't have that much to laugh at her about because our quarterback literally tapped out of the game because he was too tired.
Yeah, there's that. I don't have the energy to take pleasure in someone else's quarterback being shitty. I'm too fucking, like, confused.
Oh, he got him! He beat him! Let's go! Let's go! Tyreek 2.0!
Yeah, Hadari says, you know what?
94 yards. And the
Good
Chiefs
point.
I'm just saying, man. Anthony Richardson needs to be benched. We need to ride with Joe Flacco and try this whole rookie quarterback thing again. Because that ain't it.
I feel your pain from last week, babe.
Yeah, right?
I don't. Fucking Monday Night Football. Fuck you.
Well, that was actually Sunday night. You
Was
lost
it
last
Sunday?
night. Yep, we were with Andy at the time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Dallas game was playing in the background. I wasn't paying attention.
I was.
Did you know?
I didn't know who had who or look at any of the scores, but I knew the game was going on, and I knew that it was actually, I don't know if this will make you feel better or worse, but
I guarantee you it'll feel worse. Go ahead.
it actually it was a slog through the first 2.5 quarters, and then I was like, oh damn, this isn't a high-scoring game at all. I'm gonna go to bed, and that's when I woke up to like 30 points being scored in the fourth quarter combined. Like, Jesus!
Key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers. Literally,
it's not fair. Here's the thing. I guarantee you, even if I had won, I'd probably still be in 7th place. But that's not even a fucking point. I just wanted to win. I just wanted to fucking win. I just want to win a game. And I get it. I understand. You're at 1 and 6. I'm at 2 and 5. How can I complain? And I'm still losing. The only other game more that I won was against you. And I still don't understand how that happened. Like, I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play anymore. I gotta lay down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Left side to Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their second time.
What was the other one you showed me?
So that means remaining here.
It was, I think it was like either fantasy or football fan at some point in their life. I forget. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead your sister.
Second down and 3.
Just like the keys. Was that the keys?
Prescott yet again. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Prescott to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive
I'm
with
saying
points.
find it,
Most
but I'm not
quarterbacks
saying
would say,
it.
let's end it with a kick, right?
What are you looking for?
There's a video I'm pretty sure you showed me where it was like either Bears fans or fantasy fans, fantasy players, whatever, like
4 seconds
after something terrible happens, basically, like when their team is losing or whatever this
they will
season.
not get a chance to return this one.
Yeah,
It's through the back of the
I have
end
a lot
zone
of
for a
those, so I don't know
touchback.
which one we're talking about.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for more recently. Oh, is this one? No, that's not it. So when your team's, oh yeah, when your husband's favorite team loses, like that's
The Chiefs
close.
about set to begin
That's
this
not
drive.
it.
What they?
And with Mahomes under
Yeah, that one.
anything's possible.
Yeah,
Watch
that's
out
close,
for
it's
the
not
deep
it.
ball.
I feel like this person was like in a car or something.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome
Joe
back.
White says
Halftime
ass.
over.
Well, I mean, I'm winning, so whatever.
Brandon Gordon.
Joe White, new user, says ass.
We'll see if week
Oh, I'm
1
winning,
fatigue
so.
becomes any kind of a factor
All right.
as we are back
Okay, sure.
underway
I'll be
in the
ass.
second half.
It means dubs.
Okay.
And
I'll
he's
probably
up
look
across
for
the
a second.
25 and down at the 28.
Crap, I hope it was one of those like where we were just streaming
About
or
set for
like
this next
flipping
drive
through
by the Cowboys
and
offense.
we wasn't saved. We
This
just had to
offense,
go
Charles,
across
had a
it while we
strong
were
first half
scrolling
throwing the
through.
football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first
Point
half,
is,
most of their focus
I'm not
was
okay
in the
right now.
passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Second down and 6 now.
What else?
Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays
What
very
else
often,
is
but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Oh, what else is going on? I don't think we're really doing much.
No. Well, we did the horror haunting thing.
So
We already
into the
talked about
second down
that.
incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
What?
To throw is Prescott.
I forgot what the video appears in the offseason.
Drop it. Let's go!
Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
I'm just so disappointed right now.
And
There's
what
nothing.
specifically?
Everything. That I'm not a millionaire.
The KC
That
offense
our
out of
country
the
is the
huddle,
way
ready
it
for their next
is.
drive.
That
We have not
climate,
seen much
something,
on
blah, blah,
offense
blah.
here from
And
either
then
side these
also,
last few drives. Wall, so to speak.
my team
because the defense
disappoints me.
They seem to be a step ahead,
and it's my own fault for having hope.
No, don't do that. Don't be like every other fucking Bears fan.
No. Every other fucking Bears fan is screaming bloody murder for shit that they shouldn't be screaming bloody murder for. Like, it's just is what it is. Right? Like, luck happens, bullshit happens, injuries happen, and that's what it is. Is that is why I'm disappointed, and it's my own fault for getting hope, because as if like they're bad and this blah blah blah. No, it's because I had hope, and I know that they're good, and they still disappointed me, and I thought somehow that because they're good, they wouldn't disappoint me. It's my own fucking fault for thinking that one, that's not true, that's not possible. Like they can't go on well, they could. They won't go on a record-breaking, unchallenged like winning streak tear for the rest of the season. It's just not happening. And it's partially my own fault, because if I thought that was possible, they absolutely will not do that. That's what it is. It's like at that point I remember screaming in the TV for them to actually fucking do something in that game, because it was still like 12-0.
Yeah.
And then they finally had a touchdown on the board.
Yep.
And our friends are like, see? It's because you yelled at them. You're goddamn right! They can fucking hear you! And that's why, you know, you as a fan can influence the outcome of games. It just doesn't always work the way that you want it to. Which is why Rick is shakes the ass motherfucker.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have some words for Rick pretty soon.
Yeah. Because he's not a fan.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push
And he was watching that game, jinxing
people.
I was playing. No! They don't care if you're playing. The football gods care not if you're playing. They think it's funny, but the rest of us don't.
They go play fake.
See, I gotta not watch football anymore. That's really what it is.
No, that's not the answer, baby. But it ain't fucking.
The good team changes every fucking year.
You also cheer for the Chiefs.
I cheer for Matthew
An
Mahomes. I don't
incomplete
really
pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something.
I kind of like the Chiefs as an organization-ish, but I don't want to be one of those fucking insufferable bandwagon fucking fans that were on the Patriots' dick for decades, simply because they won. Like, I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
You only like them because they win. And I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Why would you watch a team when they lose all the time? But you also watch teams for, like, team spirit, because you believe in the organization, like their history, and, like, you like the players that are on the team currently, and you think of good reasons why you, like, are hoping for that team again, and blah, blah, blah. Like, there's other reasons to watch a team besides the fact that they win. So, because they're not going to win all the time. That's just statistically not possible. Now, again, the Patriots are an anomaly, but
And they'll get 8 out of this
that's usually how it goes. It's like those people are really just kind of insufferable because they really are just bandwagon fans. They're only watching the team because they won. And so if you were that it kind of feels like if I was a Patriots fan for years and then all of a sudden like they start winning and all people are like, man, yeah, I love the Patriots. Fuck you. Where were you 2 years ago? We are suffering in like the abyss that is football hell for the last however many years or something like that. So the Patriots sucked before they got
They were pretty
Tom
bad
Brady.
for a while, yeah. Like Drew Bledsoe was there, so they're kind of like mid.
So now they need
But
3 yards
yeah.
on 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't,
Anyway.
oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The 8th
In short, in summary.
It's 3rd
And
and
I'm
3.
I love how like so I was able to take a page from my student's book. Like talking to people who were like, yeah, so and so did this and said this and it made me mad and blah blah. But you know what? I don't really care. Like, and so that's why you punched them in the face. Because that absolutely sounds like the actual sliding
down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders.
Well, but no, because you care. Let's just own it. Let's own it. Like, well, only a little, but that's not caring. So let's own it. That's right. But I don't care. I went on a full 20-minute tirade about how much I hate this team, where I'm really upset, and this will point at me. And
But I read them.
I don't care. It's not a big deal. I don't really care.
Everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
All right.
I'm also out of wine. I'm not out of wine, it's out of the flavor that I had. So I have to open up the bottle. He got pretty baby nails. She's so cute. I love her so. We gotta get her fixed.
Yeah.
Because I love her. She's fucking adorable. I would give everything to this cat. But I suddenly understand. I understand why Egyptians worship kittens and worship cats. I understand it now. Completely do. But I'm not about to suffer a house full of kittens. It's not happening. There's nowhere to put them. We're not keeping them, and no one's going to take them. Like, no. So you need to get fixed, baby girl.
Thank you.
And I need you to not get loose before that happens. And she's gotten loose now, like, I think 2 or 3 times today. Granted, she's not going very far.
Yeah.
And the good news is, I think in this neighborhood, there's not a lot of stray cats. I've not seen a lot of stray cats. And I think most people, generally, their animals in our neighborhood are probably enjoy a higher than average rate of spay and neutering. Like, we have a lot of fairly responsible pet owners around us, which is good, since we obviously aren't. Spike got loose again today. I'm not 100% sure how he did. And it was just Spike. And so I was outside with him, and he started digging up by the fence, and I stopped him, and as I was putting a board over the hole so that he couldn't get through there, I turned around, and he's gone. And Dougie is running back and forth, because she wants to go wherever he is, and I don't see him. Like, did he go in the house? No, he didn't go in the house. Alright, so he's still out here somewhere. Fuck. Where the hell is he? How the hell did he get out? Because he's not the one who goes over the fence. He's always the one who goes under it. If he goes over, it's because Dougie went over first and showed him how. And since her ass is still on this side, then he's got to be somewhere nearby. And, like, I look at on the app because we have a tracker or whatever, and his, like, tracking thing hasn't really moved. Like, where the fuck are you, dog? Oh, God, please somebody didn't fall off again. And so I go around the other side, and I go into the alley, and there he is. I don't know what the fuck he picked up out of the... he picked up something. I don't think it was a dead animal. I think it was just trash. But I don't know what it was. But he was sitting there snuffling at it. That's why the tracker hadn't moved, because he was still technically within, like, the safe area, because it refuses to acknowledge anything. So this is smaller than a city block. But yeah, like, the employee that you used to work with was across the alley and saw me. And he's like, "Do you need any help?" I'm like, "Yes."
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
And he ran away a little bit, and then just stopped. And, you know, we're calling him back, and he finally comes up to the guy. I'm not that far away from him, and I managed to go ahead and grab him and get him back. So he didn't go very far, but, like, fucking hell, dog.
to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how
just
much
really
time
scared.
you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just
They're
brought
gonna
up.
get
So
hit.
maybe
I know.
if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
So,
And you can drop
like, more of them are afraid of
anyone
getting
out
lost
of
because, like,
your
they have
defensive front,
tags and they have, like, the
defensive
GPS
end,
trackers, and
defensive
granted,
tackle.
Spike lost
It
his,
doesn't matter.
both
You
of
just
his
exchange
twice
someone
now.
to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try
And
to
had that
get
been
one
Ducky,
down.
she would have been fucking gone. I would have had to get the car. I wasn't up and run her ass down. There was no way. But Spike's a good boy. He doesn't really kick off very far without Ducky. And since Ducky wasn't out there with him, I was able to get him back pretty quickly. But yeah, no, I just didn't have that yard. I'm out there with him. I was literally out there with him, and he took off.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he got under the gate again, which has a rock. And also, I don't know if you know this, there's a cement block buried on the other side of that gate. So he dug, regardless of all of that, and slid through anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta figure that part out.
No, yeah. So that the fencing that I had up there or whatever, he managed to squeeze through, and Ducky hadn't figured it out yet. Is the only reason why she hadn't gotten out yet. Out with him. But like, I was inside for like a second, came back out and saw that he was digging at the yard, and I like yelling at him, and it was hilarious for a second because like he stopped, but he was like stopped mid dig, and he was furiously going. So his front legs stopped, his back legs had not. Like it just like went up into the air, like perpendicular, like right perpendicular, parallel to the fence. Like, what the hell are you doing, dog? Get away from the fence. He just like was confused for a second, and then he's like, "Can I go through?" No, you can't go through the hole. Get away from the hole, baby boy. Well, so he just goes to the different one instead, the one he already knew existed through. Okay, oh my god, precious puppies. So yeah, we're gonna get we didn't get electric. I'm afraid of the electronic fence, honestly, to a certain extent, because I feel like if they got through with it, it would bother them. Or now they're through it, now they're not coming back inside. But at the same time, since most of the time now they're getting through it because they're allowed time to dig. If it's going off before or while they're that close to the edge, then it should trigger enough to stay the fuck
at the 46-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Oh.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point.
I
This
don't
is
know.
all you want. Playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one
So
off.
the game's going pretty good for you right now, babe.
I mean, yeah, close to over.
I know.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oh, we're watching a
And the
movie.
trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third.
What
He's
movie
had
did I hear?
nowhere to run.
Huh?
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep
Oh,
feeding him
Midsummer.
football?
Yeah, oh.
Well, they trust him first
How
and
long is that?
foremost. They
I
do
have no
believe that
clue.
over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in.
Yes,
Couldn't hang on third down.
Really?
First thought is
2.5 hours? I don't think they're moving.
Oh, is it 2.5?
Seen him pull in
Yeah.
balls like this
Oof,
before.
yeah,
No
that's
way.
not gonna make it tonight.
No.
To the
I
defense,
won't do it.
forcing that incompletion.
Another day.
Yeah.
So,
This offense,
I mean, we
2 for
can
2
like
on third
roll it
downs
over into
on
like
this
Friday.
drive.
It's
They're
All
in for a tough
Hallows
test here,
Day.
though. Third
Yeah.
and long.
So, we'll count it. Because we're watching Sharknado this Wednesday
He's gonna throw.
for Side Chick Wednesday. And then Thursday, Matt and I are
Pacheco! Oh my god! He did not just juke 2 guys to get the first down.
42.
Fucking Pacheco, man.
Terrific play call. Big hook
Look at
out
this.
there.
Look
Forced
at
to
this.
throw it on third down. The connection's
Oh.
going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
But you're just so cute. I can't leave you alone because you're just so beautiful.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? or they're going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction.
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
My other baby girl, my biggest baby girl, yes, you are. I told you what. Hi. Yes, well, the hip massage. There we go. I know, precious love.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce.
You got it.
He gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead.
Yeah, I should have cut it a little more than that.
Yeah, really. I didn't.
Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting.
There are times to agree and there are
times. They talk about the top plays that these guys like to run.
Learn them. It's been 12 years.
You keep changing them.
Focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Mahomes going to fire.
Get there first time.
And out of bounds right around the 20. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I like
Now this is how you fucking do a drive right here. Killed a full quarter at this point on this drive. And I'm just going to fucking kill time, and if I get a field goal, I get a field goal, and I'm up 2 scores.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10.
That's why I was kind of confused yesterday, with the Bears game, and he's like, "Let's hurry up!" He's like, I'm like, dude,
Who was
yes,
saying that?
Wilson
Caleb.
time there on the tackle.
Williams.
Now the Cowboys going to burn.
And I'm like, you guys are. You guys, at that point they were 7-12.
Well, some of that is also my games. Like, hurry up, you know, make it get the defensive jump or something like that.
Yeah, that was.
Because they actually had pretty good pace on that last drive.
But if they had less time left on the clock,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have had to worry it. Because 15 seconds is up forever. That 15 seconds don't mean shit no more in the NFL.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, that was a guaranteed no, the game was over. Now it's no, they have enough time to score on your ass if you let them. They haven't been able to do it all fucking game, yet somehow they might be able to pull this shit out if you let them. And you don't want to let them. So getting them anywhere close to field goal range, or even if they want to do a deep heave into like the end zone, like you don't want to give them any more time or to get yards to do that.
Yeah.
So if you have 7 seconds left on the clock compared to 15, how does that game look now?
This is 3rd and 3.
Maybe it doesn't change anything. Maybe it changes fucking everything.
They'll go with a touch pass here.
Blocker! Number 2, what were you doing? Was he not supposed to block that?
Yeah, no, he completely missed him. Completely missed him because that was a first down.
What the fuck? Why would he?
Totally a first down.
Why would he miss him?
Because Madden AI.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Madden. It's AI! Isn't some of this shit like routine?
Buccaneers kick here is good, and that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And yes, it's supposed to be. But that player in particular has the stats to say that he's not going to be able to win as much often when he knows what's going on.
No, he just didn't even notice it.
No, yeah, exactly. That the AI may not notice it because, you know, humans make mistakes sometimes too. I get that, but that's not what usually happens in situations like this. Or you're just throwing it in there because fuck it, whatever. The proportion of time that happens in Madden compared to the actual NFL is suspiciously high.
Williams, the man in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs. Still on his feet.
broadcasting rules.
Well, alrighty.
Declaring a
I'll
game
take it.
That changes the dynamic of the game.
We'll take it.
Now,
Oh, they're
after every
reviewing it.
potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Yeah, it came back. All right. That makes sense. I thought he was down, but.
Prescott now. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over
Jesus.
the middle.
Spear.
20 goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Prescott from the gun. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
All right, we got 2 minutes to kill the clock. And
10 yards
that's
on the
it.
touchdown pass.
First down to first down, make it string together a passable drive.
Again, here the 4th.
It was like one timeout too, so we can't even really like, do anything about it too much.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Mad.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly
No! Bad animation! Ah!
But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league,
Fuck out of it,
you
too.
take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go.
Well, we're gonna watch the movie. I'm probably gonna do it first. I have to go to actual work tomorrow. So I had all last week off for fall break. So school is that I work at, and then this week I obviously we have to go back to work. And I had training like a professional conference, whatever. This week. Shit, that's not good.
And now right out of the 2-minute break.
And so I didn't actually go to work today, and that was nice because we got to start late and end early.
Did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
And part of me was like, oh, rested and like ready to reset and everything. I think like Friday or Saturday. And then Sunday hit, and like the reality of having to go back to work hit me. Like,
for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
oh baby, you can get this. You can get this. Let's go. Get the first down. The first down. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here.
Ribbit.
They'll check this one down to and he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand
Okay,
up.
so just got to keep him out of field goal range, but I guess he's probably going to go for the touchdown at this point. We got time to try and do it. But he doesn't have any timeouts left either, so...
That is a saving grace.
Hmm?
That is a saving grace.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Alright, just watch the runs or passes to the side. This probably would I mean, it was worried about timing on, but
now Dak. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I'm back.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20. Here's Dak. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. He gets his
fuck you.
Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Two more of that shit.
Here it is. 4th and inches. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. That's complete to Lamb.
He's inbound.
And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time not an ally. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Down to 15
fucking seconds.
They still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
I'm confused. What exactly were they complaining with Eberflus's like coaching from yesterday?
So they thought he should have called the timeout to make sure everyone was lined up right, but everyone was lined up right. A lot of people are lambasting him because they asked him about the second to last play where they pretty much gave him a 15-yard out. And he's like, well, you're playing to stop the touchdown at that point. 15 yards doesn't fucking matter, and I 100% agree with that.
Hey!
Down inside the 45.
Oh, because it's
going out of bounds.
Sully, it's not yours either. Leave it alone.
Well, this
All right, sorry, what are you saying?
Worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1.
But they're all saying if he didn't have to make that, then he. But the Hail Mary was still short. Like, it was still short. It had nothing to do with the play before.
Prescott finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down.
No, I guess I harken back to like the Vikings Lions game where like they had that one bullshit like flag. It's not bullshit. It's not like anything wrong with it. It was a legitimate flag. Sully, stop.
That clock stops at every opportunity.
You're gonna get up and get over there and eat. Then leave her alone.
Brandon Aubrey gets to potentially send us to overtime.
But the play before that, they were doing.
Puts it through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
They were doing prevent defense and stuff like that kind of shit. They were like everyone like shit down and stuff.
Yeah, don't give up the touchdown.
But then like the flag happened and like, all right, so they got 1 second to get a play off, and so that's what they're gonna try and do is another Hail Mary. And Dan Campbell is like, nah, fuck that, kill him. And he did.
Kill him now.
And they did. There was no chance for him to get another playoff. The defense just went and smushed his ass. And I kind of am okay with that too. I understand why you don't want to do that, but I also understand why it's kind of okay for you to do that too. Because usually when that happens, this guy is going to have forever to make that throw. You have years to make it. Because there's no pressure. Because everybody's on the other side of the fucking field. If you have any pressure, you run the risk that he's going to be able to find a weakness and exploit it when he throws it. But that also requires him to throw that ball a lot faster than he needs to. Because there's any amount of pressure. So if you put pressure, you're actually probably more likely to get there before he can throw it.
Yeah.
It's just finding that line, I guess. And maybe it comes down to the individual player. Which players are capable of making that pressure be known and beat their matchups.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out right at the 35.
But maybe it's like putting one or two more people in there to give yourself the better chance of smushing him before he can make that throw.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But there was also some egregious holding on that last play that was not cool.
Yeah, no, was it the very last one or the one?
Yeah, the Hail Mary.
Oh, then what the fuck? Why are you not calling it?
And no one's talking about that. They're just talking about how they should fire you.
Well, no, and I was telling you one of the announcers I was listening to on like the play before that were saying like that was holding right there, and no one called it either.
Yeah.
So like there was probably holding going on throughout the last two plays of that game, and just the refs for that DC stadium or whoever decides the team just that we're not gonna bother with it. Let them play because that's
reasons.
Yeah, no, fucking whatever.
Got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's caught right side by
Yes,
Rudy.
Tully, baby girl.
So give him 5
you go outside,
yards
puppy?
there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
I don't think you do, actually, because there wasn't a long motion outside. It's almost not real bad anyway. I do have to put these out, though. I was going to find Ripley, so I don't want them fighting her.
No, yeah, no. We have to get Ripley inside before we go out.
They try with Pacheco.
I miss being able to move the dogs out.
They'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package.
Be outside with them while I use the bathroom, so I don't have to walk their asses. I can just let them go. If you fuckers are gonna try and like rip the fence down every time you're out there.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
What the fuck is that?
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. 5 yards on the carry. Good
Where
pickup on 1st down.
That's a
getting
really
the shit
nice
again.
job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
What did you do?
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is...
I hated playing him.
He's able to split the uprights.
Annoying as fuck.
Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it. Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and
Sorry, baby. Tale, leave her alone.
Definitely not the star we wanted. But with that being said, part of the reason I didn't want to face this guy today, I'm making the announcement now so that everyone knows what's going on here. I am going to be sanctioned in this league, which means I'm going to have to bench a player after the next game.
Why?
Because I'm playing Zach the next game.
What does that mean?
The reason I did not want to play AZ today, the reason I really was not looking forward to this, because not only is he a fantastic player, Zach, who plays the Lions, gave him Jamison Williams, 98 speed, 96 acceleration.
Oh, is that trade you're talking about?
And Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
2 young studs
Yeah.
for pretty much Trayvon Diggs.
Oh. Why?
Dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Why?
So, this is hard enough to fucking defend.
Yeah.
So, next game, I face the Lions. I'm running the fucking score up. There are no league rules. Prepare to sanction me. Figure out who I'm benching. I am running it up. That is all. Love you guys. GG's AZ. For No Cowards, hey, with this Matt.
There I am.
I'm out.
Bye.